Sharing decades of close association since the Soviet era, Moscow has been New Delhi's all-weather friend. Despite a dip in the 90s, ties between the two nations have stood the test of time. The vital mechanism of annual Indo-Russia summits that steered the bilateral relationship into a special partnership was first instituted at the turn of the century in 2000, fresh into the reign of Vladimir Putin in Russia and just a year into Atal Bihari Vajpayee's tenure as Prime Minister. It was the historic meeting between Vladimir Putin and Atal Bihari Vajpayee in 2000 that set off the annual summit ritual. The two nations had then, in a stern message to Pakistan, vowed to fight against terror. Following up the Kremlin agreements with a New Delhi tour in 2002, Putin and Vajpayee reinvigorated ties in several key areas. In the post-2014 Narendra Modi era, India and Russia have been able to overcome the frost that had set in because of India's increasing proximity with the West. As informal summits and regular phone calls set aside protocol to become the norm between Prime Minister Modi and President Putin. The 2015 BRICS summit witnessed a 90-minute-long interaction between the two leaders as they held extensive talks to revitalize the two nations' cooperation in the energy sector. In 2016, on the sidelines of the BRICS summit, Russia's unequivocal support against Pakistan-sponsored Uri attacks and measures to fight cross-border terror further cemented the two nations' cooperation against terror. In 2018, meeting at their first informal summit in Sochi in the backdrop of the breathtaking Black Sea, the two nation heads renewed their friendship and that between India and Russia as they toured the coastal city together. Inking several pacts, including the S-400 air defense system deal that has been at the center of a diplomatic tussle between India and the United States. It was during these informal talks that Indo-Russia ties were elevated into a special, privileged strategic partnership. Consistent in its position as India's biggest defense partner and with deepening relations in several other key sectors over the past few decades, Russia remains steady as India's most trusted friend. In a world of ever-evolving foreign relations, alliances and loyalties, India and Russia have been able to preserve their years-long association. Bureau Report, Republic TV.